Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here, and welcome to the pregame report for the Edmonton Oilers and Dallas Stars. It is Game 4 tonight at Rogers Place, and if the Oilers want to make sure that they don't have to climb an insurmountable mountain, they need to win tonight. If they lose, they will go down 3-1 in the series. If Dallas wins, they will go up 3-1 in the series. So you know the Dallas Stars, they want to push this to 3-1. They want to go back home to Dallas and then try and finish things off in 5. If you're the Edmonton Oilers, you have to have a huge say in that. You got to make sure that that does not happen. The Edmonton Oilers, they need to tie this series tonight. Otherwise, I do think the series will be over. I just don't expect the Edmonton Oilers to actually come back from a 3-1 series deficit. Not against the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars are just way too good. They're way too, they're too cup caliber to just blow a 3-1 series lead, in my personal opinion. And the Edmonton Oilers, for as good as the Dallas Stars have been, a lot of the series is about how the Oilers are kind of beating themselves right now. There's a lot of situations in the games where Edmonton looks like they are a true cup caliber team, and then they absolutely crap the bed for 20 straight minutes, and then they're back to being cup caliber status, and then they crap the bed. Very up and down series for the Edmonton Oilers. The Dallas Stars, they definitely they get off to slow starts. The Oilers have pretty much come out and dominated the first period in, I think, every game this series. They've had a lead in 2 of the games this series. Game 2, they did not have a lead. It was tied heading to the third. And then another thing that a lot of people are talking about is the fact that there, was a tie game in the third in Game 2 and a tie game in the third in Game 3, and the Oilers have not been able to score at all in the third period. Dallas has been able to find a way to come out on top. So if you're the Edmonton Oilers, trying to find some goals in the third period would be nice. The Oilers were kind of joked about as a third period team earlier this year. There was a lot of games where they would either be tied or down a goal heading to the third, and maybe they didn't play the best game, but then Edmonton would just absolutely come out flying in the third period and dominate. So if you're the Edmonton Oilers, dominate that first period, play good enough in the second for once, and then dominate the third period. That's all I ask. Maybe that's too much to ask. I don't know. Anyways, if you like these pregame reports, make sure you hit that like button. And if you end up really liking this video, make sure you subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. But let's kind of get into it. Let's talk about the projected lineup, because I do think Kris Knoblauch is going to make a couple adjustments here. Now, what you see on the screen is not what the actual lineup is. It's just a bit of a projection. So, top line, I still expect to have Nugent Hopkins with McDavid and Zach Hyman. I expect Evander Kane, Leon Draisaitl, and Dylan Holloway to continue to play together. Although that line does need to get going. Holloway, Draisaitl, and Kane, they need to start scoring some goals here, in my opinion. Then I do think McLeod will get back into the lineup, and I do think he'll be on the third line. So I think you'll have McLeod with Henrique and Fogle, and then the fourth line, Janmark, Ryan, and Brown. But again, this is not confirmed as of the recording of this video. This is just, how I would do things. Of course, your extra forwards are Carrick, Gagne, and Perry. Maybe you see Perry, maybe you see Gagne. But I highly doubt that you'll see Gagne or Perry at all in the playoffs, unless something happens where Knoblauch has no choice. There's injuries, whatever. But the big change that I think is going to be coming is on defense. So Ekholm, Bouchard, I don't expect that defense pair to be broken up. And then there's Nurse, Desharnais, and Kulak, Ceci. Those are the your bottom pairing defensemen. That's what it should be. Last game, Kris Knoblauch went to Nurse Ceci, or Paul Coffey, whoever's in charge of the defense pairs. They went back to Nurse Ceci, and I almost blew up on stream, and I made a YouTube short about it, and I was so mad. And then we have Philip Broberg. He is the extra defenseman for Edmonton. I do expect Philip Broberg to draw into the lineup. Now, he will either come in for Ceci or Desharnais. I do not think Kulak or Nurse are coming out of this lineup, no matter how much Nurse has struggled and been one of the worst defensemen in the entire postseason for any team. I don't expect Darnell Nurse to actually be pulled from this lineup. I do expect Broberg to come in. Whether they go 11-7 or whether Ceci or Desharnais come out, I do expect Philip Broberg to go into this lineup. Now, optimally, in my opinion, I would probably play Kulak with Nurse on the second pair. Kulak can play right D, and then I would play Broberg with Desharnais. That's how I would do it. I don't know how Paul Coffey and Kris Knoblauch are going to do it. I just have a feeling that Philip Broberg is going to be in this lineup. Again, nothing's been confirmed yet. Once something is confirmed, obviously the media will report on it extensively, so make sure you're following them on X or Twitter.com or wherever you get your hockey news. And then in goal, Stuart Skinner will get the start. That has been confirmed. Stuart Skinner, obviously, he didn't have a great game in game 3, but I still felt he gave the team a good enough chance to win. The team in front of him kind of stopped playing hockey after the first period, and then by the time they started to push in the third, it was too late. Dallas had kind of taken over the game. So, but for Stuart Skinner, let's try and limit those like really, really bad goals against. Those goals where you just go, oh my God, that is not a good goal to give up. I don't mind when a team gets beat and they get beat cleanly. But for Stuart Skinner, sometimes he gives up those back-breaking goals that just makes you shake your head and go, man, that sucks. I do expect Stuart Skinner to bounce back. I think he's going to have a good game tonight. I got a good feeling overall about the game tonight. So in terms of the defense pairs, if Nurse and Cece do go back together, and I will be live streaming tonight, if they are back together for any reason, you absolutely fire everybody in the summer. Because of the 22 defense pairs in the playoffs with 100 plus minutes time on ice together, the Nurse CC pairing ranks at 5v5. They are dead last in expected goals for percentage, dead last in goals for percentage, dead last in goals against, dead last in scoring chances for percentage. They are second last in high danger Corsi for percentage, second last in Corsi for percentage, and third last in shots for percentage. If Nurse and Cece are ever put back together for any reason for the rest of the postseason, like if it's an active, conscious decision by this coaching staff, you absolutely fire everybody. And I'm not even being hyperbolic here. There is no excuse for this anymore. There are more than enough metrics and more than enough sample sizes to show that that defense pairing does not work. And if they are back together for any reason, I will absolutely lose it. And you'll see me, I'll turn into the Joker. I'm going to do it. This is my Joker origin arc, I'm telling you. Now, when it comes to the pregame stats here, I'm mostly kidding, of course. The Oilers, they are 9-6 now in the postseason. And actually, I didn't realize, so the loss the other night in game 3, that's the first time Edmonton has lost 2 straight games in the playoffs. That's why I think they're going to bounce back and have a good game. They have not lost 2 straight in the playoffs up until that point. Now, the Oilers, they're expected goals for ranks 4th, 54.49% in all situations. Their power play continues to struggle. Edmonton needs to get that power play up and running. The power play has had an opportunity in 2 straight games to either build on a lead or continue to assert, pressure. And the Oilers just have not been able to find that killer instinct on the power play. It's a very not mobile power play. There's a lot of standing around. I watched the Rangers and Panthers game last night, and both of their power plays on either side, the amount of puck movement is unbelievable. And the Oilers, they just look a little flat on the power play right now, so that has to get going here. But their penalty kill, at least that is continuing to remain strong. It's still first at 92.9%. The Oilers are second in goals for per game at 3.53. That is starting to dip a little bit, though. Goals against per game ranks 9th at 2.87. That is starting to tick back up. Their team save percentage in all situations is 88.50%, which ranks 11th in the postseason. And their team shooting percentage ranks 4th at 11.62%. So the Oilers still have a lot of finishing talent on this team. They need a few more saves, and they need to get going on the power play if they get any opportunities. The Dallas Stars now, expected goals for percentage, ranks 2nd in the entire playoffs at 56.39%. Their power play ranks 7th at 23.7%. Penalty kill, their penalty kill starting to climb, 74.2%, which ranks 8th. They are now at 3 goals scored per game, which ranks 7th. They only give up 2.38 goals per game, which ranks 3rd. Team save percentage in all situations, 91.65%, which ranks 4th. And their team shooting percentage is now above 10%. It is at 10.55%, which ranks 6th best in the playoffs. Rupe Hintz was obviously a key addition for the Dallas Stars, and the Edmonton Oilers, they got to be better. They have to be better. The Dallas Stars, obviously, they want this. They were in the conference finals last year. They were in the cup finals in 2020. Dallas they're in there. We need the Stanley Cup moment. And Edmonton, they have to find a way to take that from Dallas and channel that energy for themselves. McDavid, Draisaitl, the legacy that could, and the storylines for this team. Edmonton's got to find a way to win tonight. So my player to watch is going to be Leon Draisaitl. Obviously, Connor McDavid, he got back on the score sheet the other night. He had a goal and an assist in the first period. For the most part, I thought he looked good. Maybe defensively, you want him to cover Robertson a little bit better on one of those goals, but It happens. The whole team in the second period fell flat. Leon Draisaitl, he's been a little quiet lately, and he's due to break out. And that second line with Holloway, Draisaitl, and Kane, they are due. I need to see Draisaitl really pull on the rope here, pull those guys with them, and lead by example, score a goal, hit somebody, whatever it takes, find a way to win. Draisaitl's my player to watch. And my game day prediction, will it be the Dallas Stars or Edmonton Oilers? Of course, I'm predicting the Oilers win in the Game 3 pregame report. I had predicted the Dallas Stars would win Game 3, and then I said in that video Edmonton would win Game 4. They're going to head back to Dallas. This series is going to be tied 2-2. Book it. Austin hockey guarantee, I promise. So, what did you think about the pregame report today? What are your game day thoughts? Make sure you let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Score prediction, player to watch, all that good stuff. And of course, I will be live streaming the game tonight, so make sure you are subscribed or at least tuning back in at 6:30 p.m. Mountain. I will be live streaming, doing live commentary. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to interact with the chat. I actually have a webcam for my cat now, so if any of my cats are on my desk, I will have that turned on. You'll be able to see it. It'll be super adorable. So if you like cats too, make sure you tune in. Sending lots of love, Oil Country. Like I said, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tell someone that you love them before the game. Let's go, Oilers. I'm having a good feeling about the game tonight. Let's do this.